tips on how to survive your first year of high school, part 2, because part 1 was really, really long, so here we go. Tip for part 2 is if you have classes that will allow you to have food in the class. I know at my school there are classrooms and teachers that will allow you to have food in them. Some teachers will, some teachers won't. Some teachers will just allow like certain types of foods. But if there is food in class, best thing for you to do is not to share it with other people. Now, if you're one of those people and you're really nice and you love sharing and you feel like you want to share your food all the time, go ahead and do it. I love sharing my food with people and stuff, but the problem is that there's one specific class that everybody shared food with, depending on who the person was. And some people they wouldn't share the food with because they didn't like that people, or that person or those people. But mainly, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, never mind. Mainly, the people who would share their food, including myself, whenever we did share food, people would always constantly come back and beg us, hey, can I have some food? And they constantly beg us. And some days we'd feel like I would feel like sharing. Some days I wouldn't want to share my food, but they always kept asking me, and I'd always say no, and they'd say, why? Come on, man, you gave me food yesterday, or you gave me food last class, or something like that. And I'm like, well, yeah, but maybe I don't feel like sharing my food today. So the best thing for you to do is, if you are one of those people that share your food on occasions, but you don't want people constantly begging you for food if you do have food with you, don't share your food. Just keep it to yourself. Mind your own business in high school. This is something I had so much trouble with myself, and having other people always doing this to me. Minding your own business is such an important thing because, it's just a whole thing. Like, maybe somebody doesn't want to tell you what's going on, Like, minding your own business is important. It's also a thing with, like, the bullies. I'm just going to add this in there, too. The bullies, there are still bullies in high school. Believe it or not. You're like, oh, you're in high school. You should be grown up by now. No, some people will never grow up. Some people are just going to be stupid all their lives and not worry about how others feel when they say something rude. Thankfully, there are kids that were probably really mean in middle school or elementary school, but once you get to high school, they end up becoming nice people. I even had a kid who used to bully me a lot in middle school, and once he got to high school, he said, you know what, I am so sorry for always being a jerk to you. I finally started thinking about how it was hurting people's feelings, and I just wanted to say I'm so sorry for hurting your feelings, Emily. And I was like, that's okay. I've gotten over that stuff. I don't hold grudges. I'm perfectly fine. It's all right, dude. Don't worry about it. And so he has decided to interrupt me. I probably should put him down. Bullying for a second when it comes to high school. If somebody is being rude towards you, or somebody is constantly harassing you, if somebody is bullying you or threatening you or anything, the best thing for you to do is to go to the office or guidance, talk to your counselor or principal or your dean, whoever it is that you have to go to, depending on what school you have to go to, whoever it is that you have to go to report bullying or somebody threatening you or harassing you. Do that. That's the first thing you have to do. And if nothing is being done, don't really stand up for yourself. Don't insult anybody back. Don't be rude towards another person. The best thing for you to do, which is what I mainly did, is I ignored all of the bull crap that people were trying to do to get to me, because when people insult you or make fun of you or call you names, that's just a reflection on themselves and how they were raised by their parents. Obviously, if they go around and, if somebody goes around making fun of people and treating people awfully, their parents aren't good parents because, I'm not saying they're, not good parents, but I'm saying, they just didn't raise their kids right. You need to raise your kids to, treat people with respect. And you have to do it at an early age because, if you don't do it at an early age, and you wait later on to do it, it's all different because, being really young and learning it is different from being older in life and then learning it, because it's just really different. So that's the best thing for you to do is, if somebody's like insulting you or trying to bully you, the best thing for you to do is ignore it, you know, because if you ignore it, then they'll move on eventually. They'll stop harassing you. That's how it worked with me. When people were being like assholes to me, I just ignored them, and then like they stopped bothering me because they're just like, it's not doing nothing to her, so we'll go do it to the next person. Which, I mean, I'm sorry if they go and do it to another person and it hurts that person, but like, as like the main thing for you to do is like worry about yourself again. That's the thing you have to do. Dealing with I don't know how to say it. Well, dealing with adults or like teachers or like school faculty. There's security guards at my school, and they always, like, when you're in the hallways during passing period, they say, show me your IDs, because they want to make sure that you are an actual student at the school. Because they've had incidents where they've gone to other doors of the school other than the front door where there's nobody monitoring the doors, and students have let kids in to the school, or people into the school that weren't really students, that weren't even supposed to be in the school. So that's why the security guards and like adults that walk around the school ask you for your ID, so you can prove, hey, I'm a student at this school. I'm not an intruder. Nobody let me in here without permission. And so, and also in case you don't have your ID, like if you forgot your ID at home, first thing you do in the morning when you go to school is ask your homeroom teacher for a temporary ID. They have these little temporary IDs which you peel and you stick onto your shirt or somewhere. You have to keep it with you, so that way they know you're a student at school. There have been incidents where kids have been rude towards the security guards and are like, if I wasn't a student at this school, why would I be carrying a backpack with me? Well, I mean, I'm sure that if it was like how kids were letting people into the school that weren't really students, like, I'm sure that somebody could get into the school and have a backpack on to disguise himself as a student, and in reality not be a student at the school, just be like an intruder or something. So, like, for you to say that to them is just like, dude, excuse me. I mean, they see you with a backpack, but I mean, they need to have your ID and know that, hey, you're a student at the school. They need to know that you are a student at the school. You just have to think about it first. You have to sit down and you have to think about, why are they asking me these certain questions? You know, they're not doing it just to get on your nerves or to bother you. They're doing it because it's their job. You know, their job as the security guards and even the regular adults, like we walking down the hallways asking you these questions. They're doing it because they want to make sure that you are a safe person, like you are not an intruder in the school, and they're doing it because they want to make sure that the rest of the students are safe. They're not doing it to bother you. They're doing it for safety reasons. They're doing it because it's their job. So they're not doing it to get on your nerves. So treat the security guards, if you have security guards at your school, treat them with respect. Just treat them with respect. Treat everybody with respect. Students, teachers, faculty. If you have security guards, treat them all with respect. That's the best thing for you to do. That way you don't get a bad reputation. All of my tips and stuff. So yeah, so I will be doing a couple other videos because I have some stuff that I need to make up. So I will see you guys in the next videos. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.